Texas, and Rice Stadium home to the Owls. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the South Florida Bulls, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Bulls will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Rice offense on the attack first. And David, they've got a receiver that if he's able to command some extra attention, it could really help get the... Leaves it on the inside with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Starting to feel a little pressure.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Rice rushes to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. And you got to communicate.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down coming up.
Wants to fire on second down. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll pull it on the read. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So USF's offense will go to work for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as...
Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
That's a first down for the offense.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Let's talk for a second here about USF. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, he can upgrade your roster immediately.
Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Cole finds his man on the left. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The Bulls in the hurry-up. Wilson will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up the field. And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The play-action fake. Makes the grab on the left. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. He's got him. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. The Bulls line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Finds the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
At the 36-yard line. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Catch in the middle. It's McLaughlin.
First down pass.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Now from inside the red zone. Takes the easy one to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls.
Touchdown.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top. And the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, That is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Rice rushes to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, we saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Gets it out fast. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. They'll line him out of bounds. That's the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
0.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the pass. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wilson to pass. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That's a short pass to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Almost popped free on the screen, but he'll be stopped short of the line to gain its 4th down. The Bulls will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early in this one. They just haven't been able to connect on.
There he goes! Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. They're working that left side. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Extra grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move to keep running. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Spin, still running. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rice. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wilson will throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Behind his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they hit the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll work his way down to the 28. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. It's complete to the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll keep it himself. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wilson to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit trying to tie it up late in the half. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. He splits the uprights. And the 3 ball locks us up as we get closer to the half.
How big was that? Kicking the field goal to tie the game going into halftime, and you just sent a message to your opponent. There's a lot of ball left. We've got a lot of juice left in the tank. This game could go any way here in this last half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Houston. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wilson will throw. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bulls want to pick up the tempo.
Third down coming.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Bulls send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the offense onto the field again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on third down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. While they dial up on second and a long way to go. Leaves it with the running back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Now facing a third and long. Wilson to pass. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the 1st down.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The kick is on its way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Really good start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. They've created some space. They'll snap it from the 36. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got a man. It's right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Last completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wilson will throw. Still on his feet. Across the 25, he's got room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity.
Turning it on! And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. The Bulls headed quickly to the line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Gets rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that pass there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They are backed up, top field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll run play action. He makes the grab. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
For the offense. That's the end of
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wilson to pass. Shoots it to the left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Under fire. Makes the catch. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as his defense forces a 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good, and that was dead solid purpose. And they've regained the lead.